it's either gonna go very bad or very fucking cool. So my name is Jiro, and I've just spent my last $10,000 and have 90 days to basically get to 50K in my agency. I'll be flying off to May to on a plane to Canada, where either I'll cash flow or I'll basically go there broke and have a very expensive lesson as well to take with me. Today is officially day one, where I have no audience, I have no proof for this agency, and I just this one B2B channel and this testing channel where it's basically me just documenting the journey. I have the deadline and this room that's kind of like covered by the slides. So the game plan that I have now is basically, my name. I've been trying to set up this agency for 4 months. I've done courses, YouTube binges, notebook scribbles, journaling, and pretty much everything like some of the gurus dictate. So what I've never done is just this, which is public documentation and just going all in on that one plan, where now I'm going to go from the Philippines to Canada regardless in May. I'm either going to be building a real business or I'm going to head there and then just basically start over from scratch. And I've spent my last 10K on the program that will essentially help me build this out. So I have no extra money. I have no runway. I have no trust fund that people kind of more or less have when they're building some of this stuff. But I have just this room, this camera, and 90 days and this bet on myself. So who I'm planning to speak to essentially for this agency is the small business owners. I've worked in agency land for the last 3-ish years now. So I've had that experience where I was working with info coaches, agency owners, and content creators. And I'm starting my target here in the Philippines because that's the competitive advantage I have now. I can meet with people, I can speak to them in person, and hopefully this resonates. And the problem they have, obviously, is they're going to need more clients. They've tried ads, some random content, but just nothing systematic. So I'm hoping to kind of give them the solution and help them out to get them to a better position and essentially make more money. So they're probably going to say, show me the offer, the script, the replies, the cash, or whichever metrics they deem fancy. But basically, my promise is there will be no BS from here. This is a live experiment as well. So for anyone wanting to build a business from a freelancer point of view, this one is also for you. So the strategy here is essentially I'm going to be having 2 channels to test this with. One is on that B2B side, which is essentially very YouTube like boring slides and consulting decks, kind of like this. Sorry, it's weird. But the other thing is basically solving one problem for a specific offer for simple funnel and targeted outreach. I'm also going to be showing you some behind the scenes of what I'm working with as well for the outreach. On the YouTube side is this kind of like this, which is what YouTube actually wants, where you have your strong packaging, intros that kind of confirm the click, as I was talking about earlier, unique value and storytelling that should get you to keep watching. But if not, let me know. Just tell me, dude, you just fix your storytelling. You gotta talk better. And every episode's kind of like a story of what I did in the week to get that going. So in the next 7 to 14 days, I'm going to be locking in that niche and offer. So as part of the program, we're basically saying, hey, select the business model, and then talk about like which audiences I'm going to target. So you got small businesses that need more leads. You've got info coaches, higher ticket clients, which is going to be most likely my focus. Agencies as well who wants that consistent deal flow because I've had experience working there. Creators. And in the next episode, I'll tell you which ones I've selected and why. And then on the business side of things, I'm going to share you some lessons along the way. I'm going to be building a sales system. So there's really no fancy software here. There's no perfect branding. I'm probably going to change the brand here and there until it like gets to a point where I'm happy. But essentially, there's just going to be a landing page, an outreach, and just daily prospecting, just getting to know some people, finding out what problems that I have, just generally connecting with people, not just like slapping them with pitches every now and then. And essentially, I'm going to be starting to post content and testing content like this, usually just making sure it's very formal there. But essentially, I've got curiosity, titles, thumbnails, hooks, and visual changes that I'm going to be testing for the next couple of days. So if it works, then great. If not, then at least you know not to follow my lead. So next episode, you'll have the niche chosen, the exact offers, how many I've reached out, who said yeses and the nos, and then just talking through like some of the meetings I've had before. Ano ba? Okay, we should talk. It won't be easy. It's never going to be easy when you're building a business, especially by yourself. But these first videos are not going to be perfect. The first outreach I've done as well is probably going to be awkward. I'm not like um what's his name again, that Massarelli guy who's just like very openly like in the vibe. You could see me probably mess up every once in a while. First replies are just rejections. I'm going to share you some screenshots, but why I'm making this is that when I see that I'm going to be locking myself in a room type stuff, it's like nobody really shows these day one scenarios. You see screenshots, you saw like, see like 1 million a year, I've already reached my goal, but like where is that proper like journey? Where are the ups, where are the downs? You don't see that staring at a bank account and it's like an overdraft or like a negative balance or like a totally blank lead sheet that's like very real, very raw. And I'll hopefully show you that. And if this helps you waste less time trying out random things and then just like stop mucking around, like building your business or getting somewhere in your life in general, then it'll be all worth it, really. Um, Even for me, this is kind of me kicking myself in the butt and just like, hey, just get it done. So just to kind of recap, spent 10K on this program. I have 90 days before I head off to Canada, and I have to get to 50K a month to kind of replace what I've been earning from my last job before. And in the next video, I'm just going to be basically showing you the niches, the outreach strategy I'm planning to do, and results from week one, even if it's all no's. And then if you want to see how this works in the real economy, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment. You can see here it's not a perfect slide. I've just forgot to remove CTA, but this is kind of how I want you to see it's very real. And if you have some comments like, what business do you run? What's your monthly revenue goal? Let's talk about this. I'm interested to know like who is on YouTube now as a business and still trying to learn like me and implement along the way. So I'm probably going to be reading every comment since there's going to be very few at the start. I might even use your business as well as a live example. I could tear down your landing scripts. We can talk more about content in future episodes with your permission, of course. And yeah, that's officially day one. Let's see where it goes and talk to you soon.